welcome back to my channel. Brown Patriot Girl here, and today we're talking about Kim Klacik. In case you've been under a rock, Kim Klacik is running for Baltimore Congress. She's running Republican. She stormed the streets in her hills in Baltimore, and the nation took note.
I'm Kim Klacik. This is Baltimore, the real Baltimore. This is the reality for Black people every single day. Crumbling infrastructure, abandoned homes, poverty, and crime. The worst place for a Black person to live in America is a Democrat-controlled city. It's 2020. Name a blue city where Black people's lives have gotten better. Try. I'll wait. I'm Kim Klacik, and I'm running for Congress because I actually care about Black lives. All Black lives matter. Our communities matter. Baltimore matters. And Black people don't have to vote Democrat.
8 years ago, she opened a nonprofit foundation. Her nonprofit helps women get jobs in the community. So she's been working on the ground with actual American people. She's been working with the women of Baltimore. She knows what the actual citizens need and want. And she's making sincere efforts to make those things happen. A few days ago, The View had Kim Klacik on as a guest. What started out as possibly a nice conversation quickly went south. Before we go any further, I want you to like this video, subscribe to my channel below, and leave me a comment. Tell me how you found my channel. I'm curious. Are you from TikTok? Are you from Instagram? Did you just find me randomly on YouTube? Let me know in the comments below. Now, I don't normally watch The View, but I had heard that Joy Behar crushed Kim Klacik. Now, I've seen this woman, Kim Klacik, speak, and I just found that hard to believe that Joy Behar could crush her. So I had to go look, and naturally, it was fake news. Kim Klacik held her own. I think it's important for everybody to take note how one-sided this whole Black Lives Matter movement is. These women sit on their show and say Black Lives Matter. They support everything going on with the protests. Isn't Black Lives Matter about saving Black lives and making Black lives better? Kim Klacik wants to do those things sincerely. She's making efforts to actually make Black lives better. And she's a very well-spoken, educated Black woman that any little Black girl could look up to. We should have more Kim Klaciks. Why would you not support her just because she doesn't have your views? Wouldn't you just support another successful woman in her endeavor to change people's lives?
Kim, I'm so happy to see you here. I was actually the person that wanted you to come on.
So we start off with Meghan McCain, the one Republican that they squeeze on the show who's kind of more left-leaning Republican.
And I saw your campaign ad. It's been viewed over 12 million times and even caught the eye of President Trump, who retweeted it and later endorsed you. You're getting a lot of traction, a lot of buzz, rising star. What is it about your candidacy that you think is making so many waves and getting so much attention?
Well, I think a lot of people can resonate with the fact that I'm just basically telling the truth. You know, we have issues in many major cities across the country. And in Baltimore City, we have over 17,000 vacant homes. We don't have career opportunities. We have a poor education system. And we have a lot of crime and violence that you can actually relate back to the blight. So we have issues that we need to fix. I look at members of Congress and I watch them take a vacation while everyone was dealing with the pandemic and loss of businesses, you know, being laid off, and they're taking a vacation, still getting a check, and allowed that second stimulus bill to just sit on their desk. So I wanted to run for Congress and basically give people a chance to have real representation.
So everything starts off pretty good. You know, they're asking her questions. She's getting some of her policy out. They're asking her why she wants to run. All good questions. Everything's going pretty well, like an interview should, you know, a little back and forth. Maybe they don't agree so much, but they're letting each other talk. So it's a good interview, right? Let's keep watching.
Kim, you have a big tide to turn because Baltimore is a city where Democrats have been in charge for 53 years, and as recently as April, you lost a special election to fill Elijah Cummings' seat, which he held for 24 years. So why should people vote for you? Give us your best sales pitch. Why you? Why now?
Well, I do want to point out, you know, the seat did not belong to Congressman Cummings. It belongs to the residents of Maryland's District 7. But I want to represent people in all parts of the district. You know, when the video came out, people were saying, well, why were you picking the bad parts of the district? You know, it's not picking the bad parts. You know, if I'm going to represent this district, I need to represent everyone equally. Obviously, there are disparities. We know that President Trump sent $15.7 billion to Baltimore City in 2018, and we don't know where that money has gone. 17,000 vacant homes, if you even rehab those at $150 a pop, you would have rehabbed over 104,000 homes already. So that money is missing, and we need somebody in there to not only find it, but implement it to where it's supposed to go. And so I want to be that person.
Well, I lived in Baltimore City, and I know that's a city that you've never lived in, even though you're running to represent.
Little burn right off the rip from Sunny. Like, this lady lives anywhere near Baltimore now. She probably lives behind some pearly gate somewhere with a security guard.
The district in Maryland. But Sarah mentioned Elijah Cummings. What do you think is his greatest accomplishment, and how would you build on his legacy?
Well, I've been working in Baltimore City, just so you know, for the past 8 years with my nonprofit, getting women employed. We've employed over 200 women. 30% went on to be financially independent, and I have a lot of love for Baltimore City, so I will continue that work. But as far as Congressman Cummings, I'm pretty sure he did a lot for the city and for the residents, but for the past 20 years, you see it deteriorate, and so I know he was very sick there in the end. We got to get somebody in there that is just ready to roll up their sleeves and get the work done. So I would never speak badly about Congressman Cummings. You can see on the internet, I have pictures with him. But at the same time, we got to get the work done.
She's not saying anything bad about Elijah Cummings, but this is why we need term limits, people. Because Elijah Cummings, she says, I know he was kind of sick in the end. Exactly. At some point, you need to retire and go. At some point, you don't have anything to offer anymore, and it's not anything personal. It's time to retire and let a new generation take over. There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with change. These people don't like change. Well, sometimes change is what needs to happen.
Kim, you mentioned just a minute ago that where did the money go? My understanding is that the Democrats passed a second stimulus bill, but Republicans blocked it. How do you answer that?
Here comes Joy.
Did they block it, or did they want a certain amount of money and things going towards, basically the people in America? There was a lot of other issues written in the stimulus bill, and really the stimulus bill should be those that were affected by the coronavirus pandemic, no?
From what I understand, the Democrats wanted a whole lot of other things that had nothing to do with helping the American people. They were trying to slide right in there that they normally would have gotten away with, but they can't in a Trump administration. Hence why they hate him.
Well, yes, but they blocked the bill.
Maybe
they should get with the program.
Because they're not just going to let any old thing pass through, lady. Not just going to sign on the dotted line and give away taxpayer money for random charities that Nancy Pelosi supports when it's supposed to be about the American people.
And realize in your party that people are needing the money right now and get off their high horse.
I think we saw.
So here's my question. At an ABC town hall this week, a black pastor confronted Trump about his campaign slogan, Make America Great Again, asking him, when has America ever been great for the black community in America? How would you answer that question?
I don't know. Just last year, everything was pretty good before you guys started fueling racial divide. I just hope people who have fought racism, that maybe they did grow up in a racist house and they made those black friends and just overcame that. I hope those people don't go back. I hope they still believe that there are good black people out there who don't think that they're inherently racist. Like myself, I don't think every white person is inherently racist. I think they have beaten that over the years. I think it was instilled in the American white family, and I think that that's changed.
Yeah, so this is the greatest country in the world. That's why we have so many people coming to this country. We have immigrants, entering the country illegally just to get here, because this is a land of opportunity. We have the education. There are career opportunities in other areas, maybe just not in Baltimore City. But this is a great country, and it has been for a very long time.
Well, I wonder then, if it's such a great country and has been for such a long time, why we need to make it great again? I agree with you. It's a great country and it's already great. It doesn't need to be made great again. But I have a question for you. I'm wondering if either from before his time as president or now as president, whether it was the calling of the death penalty for the Central Park Five, now the exonerated Five, or the lawsuit by HUD against the Trump organization in the 70s for housing discrimination, or the many things he has said and done as president. Is there anything that you take issue with or that you find racist in what Trump has done in his life before or after the presidency?
No, I don't. I find that President Trump has shown nothing but, the opposite of racism. You know, each year, HBCUs had to go to Congress to ask for money. You know who made that permanent so they don't have to ask each year? That would be President Trump. You know who tackled prison reform and criminal justice? The first step back, that would be President Trump. You know who's investing $75 billion into opportunity zones in cities that were neglected by Democrats? That would be President Trump. So I would say, and I know Sonny has said this before when Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez was on the show, you know, let's look at policy over personality. And from what I could tell, the president's been doing a great job, especially for the black community.
That's our president. For all the people. No matter what they say in the media, don't believe it, people. He's for all the people.
The exonerated five might disagree with you.
I'm sorry?
Okay, then. So
The
we're going to have more
exonerated
with
five
Kim
might disagree with you.
And then they would, I mean, we could
We'll have more
all
with
agree to
Kim
disagree
Klacik when we
sometimes.
come back. Hang on, ladies. Hang on. We'll be back.
Oh, no. Oh, no. This is from The View here. This is from The View's YouTube. They cut it off. They cut off the part where Joy gets really hateful with this girl. No. We got to find that. Hold on a minute. Nice try, View. Nice try. You're embarrassed by the actions of your host, inviting someone on and then not even letting them speak and berating them. So you're hiding it. Let's find it. That's not going to work for me. Joy Behar's not getting away with being a crotchety old bitch. I'm gonna call her out right now. You gotta see the way this woman talks to this young, educated, hardworking black woman, a role model for young black people. Way more of a role model than Joy Behar will ever be. What has Joy ever done? Bad comedy and then sit around this round table spouting off her awful opinion on things? Other than that, what has she done? Where is this? You know, this is common. YouTube will bury it. I don't know. It's almost like they met up before they interviewed her and they were just like getting heated about how dare this black woman come out and support Trump and why he's a fascist racist. No, he's not. I don't even think anybody spouting fascist knows what the definition of fascist is. Come on. If you look at his accomplishments, you can't call him a fascist. It was the craziest thing I ever heard. This is like cuckoo land. Like, the logic of the left blows my mind so much it almost makes me feel crazy. Like, wait a minute. Am I crazy or are you crazy? Somebody here is crazy. I cannot believe they're hiding this. You know why they're hiding this? Because Kim Klacik brings up Joy Behar did blackface. And ABC does not want that on the internet. Because she did. She did blackface and she tried to say it was an homage. Oh, but it's not an homage any other time. Like, if a Republican were to do that, it wouldn't be an homage. But it was an homage for you. It's only whenever it fits your narrative. It's only whenever it's convenient for you. This is crazy. I can't find it because these people literally take it down and hide it. They don't want the truth uncovered. But guess what, guys? It's too late. The truth has been uncovered. We're bringing it more and more to the light all the time. People like myself independently coming out and saying, this is bullshit. Let's talk about it. These rich people in Hollywood and in the media are not going to get away with this shit anymore. We're too smart for that. Most of us are. So they have buried this video and I cannot find the part where Joy Behar was absolutely off her rocker and wrong for what she said because, of course, the media wants to bury it. They don't want to make this awful lady look as awful as she is. Joy Behar asks her about Trump and the fact that he played down the coronavirus because that's their latest talking point and the latest reason to be angry with him. They always need a reason to be angry. So this is their latest.
You know, we didn't handle the pandemic as a country great as a whole. You know, this is why I talk about bringing the biotech industry right back through the Baltimore City port. We allowed a lot of jobs and manufacturing to go overseas thanks to NAFTA and the Bill Clinton administration, and that's why he's pulling it back. Had we had that medical equipment industry here, we probably would have been more equipped to better handle the pandemic. Now, you're saying disproportionately affecting Black lives. If you look at cities of Baltimore, you've got things called like a food desert, and this is where you're sitting there and they don't have grocery stores, they don't have what they need around them in their neighborhoods. And so, yeah, I believe a coronavirus pandemic would affect us more. I mean, look at my campaign ad. Look at the living conditions. That would affect us more, absolutely. That's why I'm running for office.
Come on, Kim. Excuse me, I have to say something to you. He told Bob Woodward that it was a very serious issue and it's airborne and that it was terrible. And then he went out and told the American people, don't wear masks, it's all going to go away. You have to put some blame on your president. I'm sorry. You're putting it on something extraneous here. Talk to the point, please.
Is this Joy speaking?
The guy
The same
lied.
Joy? The same
Yes.
Joy that
Yes.
paraded around in blackface not too long ago? Come on, Joy. I don't think you should be
That's
asking
not
these
true.
questions. I am
Excuse me.
African American.
Excuse me. The black community had my back.
Lady, what? You're like one or two black friends, right? Your one or two black friends said, oh, it's cool, Joy. We don't care. The black community didn't have your back, you old white woman. And no offense, because I'm from a white family. I got nothing against white people, but the black community was not coming out in droves to support your ass, okay? Don't be lying.
They know that that
black
was not
community has my
blackface. That
back.
was an homage. Oh,
The
please,
black
just
community
answer the
has my
question.
back
Black
as well.
community has your
Oh, here
back.
comes Sunny.
The black community has your back.
They do.
So there for a second, Joy thinks Sunny's coming after her, saying the black community had your back. But then she realizes that she's talking to Kim and is like, oh yeah, get her. The black community had my back, right?
Sunny,
The black community did not vote for you. The black
You know what?
community did not vote for you. What
It was
planet
during
are
a
you
special
living on?
I believe nobody ever voted for you, Sunny.
Sunny, can I speak?
What
was
planet are
during-
you living on?
It was during a special election. Well,
Yeah, I love this part. It's so mature. Just hearing the audio, but I know in the video she's spinning around in her chair going, wow, wow. Just over talking Kim, making no point as to why Kim's wrong.
we were still under lockdown and I could not talk to people. Can I speak or are you just going to scream over
This
me?
becomes a big. Listen, Kim, good luck to you. Thanks to Kim
That was
Klacik.
very
We'll be right
immature,
back.
but
Bye.
thank you for having me.
Very immature, but thank you for having me. Started off good. She got some of her points across before they started completely ripping her apart, because that was really the intention of the interview, was to have her on there and be like, how dare you? How dare you support Donald Trump? He's a racist man. He's done nothing for the American people. Tell us why he's good. Tell us why you would support him. What's the matter with you? You should support Sleepy Joe. I just can't believe they're treating this woman this way. And for what? What did she do? She came on here to talk about her policy, figured it's another audience she might be able to reach with what she wants to do. Isn't that what you're supposed to do when you run? Have actual goals and things that you would like to accomplish for a community and tell people about it? When did that become bad? Because nowadays it's like they don't want to hear anything good's coming their way. They just want to hear Orange Man bad. I don't know. That's like all they want is negativity. All they really want is the news to be as negative possible because that's what sells. They don't really truly care about human life. They don't care about the American people here. Regular, middle class, hardworking American people. Regular, everyday, average, Publix shopping, Kroger shopping, wherever you're from, Walmart shopping people. Those are the people, the main people that make up the bread and butter of this country that Kim Klacik and Donald Trumps of the nation are trying to support, lift up, build. And then we've got these negative people. They're such poison to the American society and they're allowed to sit there on their television show. It's embarrassing. Like, cancel The View. Get these people off the air. They're terrible. Take Don Lemon with you too. He's CNN, but take him with you. Oh man. I just wanted to make sure that gets out there to actually show what a terrible woman this Joy Behar is. She deserves it. She deserves it to have it blasted all over the internet. That's what she deserves. She deserves for everybody to see her making an ass of herself on TV. She should be ashamed of herself. She should be embarrassed. Sunny should be embarrassed for acting like a child spinning around in her chair saying, wow. These women should truly, truly be ashamed of themselves. They need to grow up or get off television because they're just poison to the American society. They're poison to their viewers. Their views are twisted and warped. These ladies are just over the hill. They need to go. The shows, I can't believe the show still exists. I just can't believe The View still think Barbara Walters made it a good show. A show of opinions, but not crushing people to the ground that you don't agree with. That's all it's about today. If you like this video, give me a like and subscribe to my channel for more content like this. Go check out Kim Klacik's plan for Baltimore. Even if you don't live in Baltimore, she is just such an exciting person to listen to and watch. She's fresh and young, and she's got new ideas, and she's got energy and enthusiasm, and she just really wants to make a difference. What is wrong with that? You know, she has good intentions. Why do these people keep going after people with good intentions? Seems like they have bad intentions. Let me know what you think in the comments below, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye, guys.